the syntax. What is the syntax of simple loop? Loop, execute statements, and loop. Okay, na? And simple use called as what now? Infinity loop. So once you return some logic under loop, it will execute it infinity times. That's why we want to avoid that problem. What should we want to use? A exit keyword. Okay, na? Let you see how it was working. Come back and don't write. First observe, concept observe. So I'm going to declare, okay? Declare cursor and cursor name. I'm using here C1 is select and I'm using star from DPT. Okay. And after that, the variables you can declare here, department number, number type. Okay. Next, department name and the varchar here, varchar 2 of some size. And what next? Location. The location we want to use varchar 2 of some size. Okay. Then after begin, and what next I have to do? Open C1. In this up to here, what happened? Your complete table data will save from database to cursor. All data will come into cursor memory. Okay, na? From there, I want to fetch. From which one? From C1. So data successfully loading into cursor, and from the memory, you need to start to fetch. Okay. But if directly I'm using fetch means, what is the problem we identified? Fetch statement will fetching only single row. So that's why what should we simple loop syntax I'm using now. So loop, inside of loop, you can use what now? Fetch. Fetch from C1 and storing into the corresponding variables are what we declared. Those variables you have to give it. So then after what happened? So after fetching, and I said to you, cursors are fetching in which direction? Forward. So now by default forward direction. So first row fetching data storing into variables. After that, what we want to do here it is I'm using simple loop. That means any loop when we want to use a certain condition, I need to exit. Yes or no? If you have a simple loop, while loop, for loop, whatever it was there, certain condition level you can go to exit. Okay, na? So which condition level we need to exit? That means we need to write. I want to exit when in my C1 memory, data is not found. Okay, na? When your cursor, your data is not found in cursor. So data not found in cursor means this condition returns what now? True. Yes or no? When condition true means immediately what it will do? Loop is exit. Okay, na? Suppose this condition is not true, it is a false. False means what now? Loop will not exit because not found attribute will returns true when data is not having in the cursor. Okay. So now it's okay. So I'm giving exit when C1 person not okay. If it is a found, your data found, then founding data, what you want to do? I want to print on my screen. So how to print? dbms underscore output dot put underscore of v underscore department number concatenation comma department name concatenation comma v underscore loc. Okay. If it is found, then founding data print on my screen. Now we can see what happened here. Careful of the diagram also I was given yesterday. Check. So first your data is having in the database memory. Your table is having in this. Okay. So now observe. First line by line, I will explain. Okay. First line, this is. In this line, what I said, declaration of cursor memory. Okay. So cursor memory declared. Okay. After that, I declared three variables. So every variable declaration internally memory allocation, yes, v underscore department name, v underscore location. Okay, now right. Then begin open. What I said, when connection open, then your query executed on database complete data transferred into which memory? Cursor memory. This is open. After open, up to open is over. Next, inside of loop, my fetch statement started. Careful observe. First time, fetch statement executed. This first attempt, your fetch request will go to where now? Cursor. First time. Go to cursor, taking first row, the first row data storing into variables. The first row data storing into the corresponding variables. What is the first row? Department number 10, department name accounting, some location, New York. What is the location? New York. Okay. Storing. See, first fetching only, storing. After storing, then coming back to ninth statement, checking. C1 percentile not found. But here, C1, in C1, C1 means cursor. In cursor, data found or not found? Found. Found means this condition will be returns false. False means what we want to do. Next, I will go to next line execute. Next line what? Print. Then first row successfully printed. Understand na? First row printed. Okay, fine. Then come back to next. After printed, your value is printed na? Immediately again it will comes to loop. In loop inside what I return? Fetch statement. Now fetch statement now how many times? Second time. Again second time your fetch statement will go to cursor. Okay na? Fetching which row? Second row because first time already fetched. So second row is fetching. See, whenever the new loop is started, new iteration started, these variables also refreshing memory. Old values are automatically refreshed. Understand na? Because new iteration, again new memory. Understand na? So now fetching second row values storing into corresponding. So 20 some. Okay. After fetching and storing, then again what happened? This condition check. C1 percentile not found, but your data found. Condition true or false? False. False means loop will not exit. Then coming back to which line? 10th line. 10th line executed, printed. Okay. Now you are successfully second row printed. Second row printed. Clear? Then after printed second row, next it will go to loop. Loop inside fetch statement there. Fetch statement will go to where now? Cursor. How many times this is? Third time. Again, third row fetching, storing the corresponding variables, and 30 automatically refreshing this memory variables. Okay, na? Then, so condition checking, condition false, and the data printed on the screen. Third, next one, if you go, printed after. Next, it will go to where now? Loop. Inside loop, fetch. Fetch will go to cursor. How many times? Fourth time. This is fourth time. Fourth row fetching. Fetching, storing into corresponding variables. So 40. That date, department name, location. And checking condition. Condition what? False. Then 40 will be printed on the screen. Up to how many iterations? 4 iterations done by fetch statement inside of loop. After that, next what it was here, now fetching is over na. Next, this is will go to loop. Again, it will go to loop. Loop what now? Fetch. Fetch will go to cursor, which is how much time? Fifth time. Fifth time, the request will go to cursor. Fifth time, row, found or not found. Data is not there. Not there means your variables are empty, na? Empty, no values, empties. After that, checking condition. C1 percentile not found. Condition true. Yes, data not found. Not found means what happened? True. True means what happened? Loop exit outside. This is simple loop working nature. Now tell me, Your fetch statement how many times execute? Hey, 5 times. Because fifth time it will be execution after only we identified data not found. Yes or no? When you go to cursor, then only we knows data found or not found. Yes or no? How many times? 5 iterations are happening. Okay, fine. Then after I have to end my loop. Okay. Then after close my cursor connection. Then after end my begin statement to execute. How many are there here? Total 5. So 5 rows. Okay, one row also there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, 5 rows are there. The 5 rows are successfully printed. This is called a simple loop. Okay, now right, right now. Okay, right. This is simple loop working statement or working level. Second one, take next by using while loop. By using what now? While loop. So if I want to use while loop for fetching multiple rows, how it will be working now? Can you tell me if I want to write my while condition, if I want to write my while condition, can I write like this here? Shora, think careful. Using colon. Which colon here? Is it, can I directly write my condition like this or not? No. What is the problem? Say, come on, Java students here. You are Java student. You should know. Huh? Chepu. What? Huh? Union. Uh, can I go to while of x less 5? Can we directly write a not a? Huh? What we want to do? Variable initialization I have to do. Directly, can I use x like this? No. Without the declaration, how can you use x? You can't use na. So that means what do you want to do? Declare your variable along with the initialization. Now, first our task is what now? First, your variable should be declared actually, and initialize from where you want to start. Yes or no? X are declared and initialize. X is equals to 1. Then I know what, right? Yes. Then what I want to say, suppose print x. X is equals to x plus 1. Okay. Now first loop started. X value how much? 1. 1 less than 5. Condition. True. Will come here. Print x1. Next increment. 1 plus 1. 2. 2 will come here. 2 less than 5. True. Print here. 2. 2 plus 1. 3 increment come here. True. Print. 3 plus 1. 4. 4 print. 4 plus 1. 5. Condition false outside. This is actual while loop, right? Let's see. Same thing. Come back to our program also. Now we have to declare here declaration of cursor, variables declarations, open, and up to here. Okay, fine. This. So data completely dump to cursor. Now I want to start to fetch. But here I said, before I want to use a while condition, first you have to initialize your variable. Okay, now I'm initializing statement I'm writing. What is my initialization statement? Fetch from C1, store into your corresponding variables. Yes, corresponding variables are here. That means here what I said, my fetch starts from which row? First row. That means here I can say x is equals to 1. Yes, my loop starts from first row. Okay, now x is equals to 1. Initialization is over. Okay. After initialization, then can I write now while condition? Yes. The while of, what is our condition? Where is my data? In C1. My data is in C1. C1 percentile data is found. If it is found, your data is found. Found means condition true. So found attribute returns true when data is having in the cursor. So one found. Then after while condition is okay, then what do you want to start? Loop syntax C. Okay. Inside of loop, what should I want to do? Condition true means immediately print na? Yes, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of department number concatenation comma v underscore department name concatenation comma v underscore loc. Yes. How many rows printed? One row printed. Now, after what I want to do, increment. I have to write a statement, increment statement I want to write. So your increment is nothing but next row fetch. Because by default, forward direction. First, 1 plus 1. Second row, 2 plus 1. Third row, 3 plus 1. Fourth row. That is a automatically forward direction. So now I'm using increment statement. I'm using fetch C1 into store your corresponding variables. Okay. Now we can see careful observe. This is your database. In database, you have a table. Okay, na? One by one, line by line. First line, what happened? Cursor memory declared. Second, variables. V department number, memory, V department name, memory, V underscore location. Okay. Then begin open. Open means what I said. This command executing on database, data transferring into cursor memory. Okay, na? Right. Careful observe. Now, outside of the loop, I written fetch statement, but this fetch statement will representing initialization of variable. So now first fetch statement execute, which will go to where now? Cursor. Cursor and fetching which row? First row. First row fetching data storing into the corresponding variable 10, some name, some name. After storing into the variable, then coming back to what? While loop. Next line, eighth line by line only. Now C1 percentile found. Tell me, in C1, data found or not found? Found. Found means condition? True. True means again inside loop, what it will do? Print your first row printed. Your first row printed. Okay, na? Printed. After printed, what is the next? Increment. Next, increment statement. Increment statement means what now? Fetch. Now this fetch will go to cursor. Fetching which row? Second row. The second row corresponding values storing under your variable. Because when it was going to new iteration, refreshing. Then after fetching and storing here, then again it will come back to check what? While condition. After increment checking, na? Yes. So then C1 percentile pound. Found. Data found or not found? Found. Found means condition? True. True means next it will go to second row printed. Yes, second row printed. After second row printed, again what it was? Increment statement. Again increment statement will go to cursor. Fetching what? Third row, fetching data, storing into corresponding variables. After storing into corresponding variables, again it will be come back and check while condition. Na? Condition what? True, data found. Then again that will be successfully printing on the screen. Okay. After print on the screen, again what happened? Okay, your increment statement again fetch. Fetch will go to where? Cursor. Fetching which row? First row. First row fetching data storing into variable and come back to while condition. Data found? Yes or no? Condition true. Condition true means fourth row also printed. Fourth row also printed. Okay, successfully printed. After printed fourth row, again come back to what? Increment. Increment means fetch. Fetch will go to next row. Next row is there or not there? Not there. Then it will come back to check your condition. Found or not found? Not found. Condition false. When condition false, loop exit. This is while loop how to work. Right now. Then printing. Then after what? End my loop. Next what? Close your C1. Next what? End your begin and see the 4 rows are fetching out. Okay, right. This is for loop. Sorry, while loop. The next one, take what is the next looping here? Hmm. If I use for loop, okay, how it was working here, observe. So for loop syntax, you all of you know, by default, incremented how much? 1. Now here, one advantage of for loop is what now? Write down. So whenever we use for loop, there is no need. There is no need to open, comma, fetch and close cursor connection by explicitly because by default Oracle server will open, comma, fetch and close cursor connection while executing for loop by itself. Okay, na? So this is advantage of for loop. So when you have to use for loop, no need to open fetch closing because your Oracle server will open fetch close cursor connection while executing of for loop by itself. Okay, na? So this is one advantage of for loop. And let you see. Then what should I want to do here? Compulsory declaration is compulsory because memory creation compulsory. So create cursor name C1 is select star from DEPT. Then after variable declarations are not necessary. Why? Because in my for loop only we have a variable. That's why don't declare any variables. Just go to what? Begin. And no need to open also. Directly you can write a for index variable I in starting value 1 dot dot ending value 4. Because how many rows? 4 rows in my table. But when I can use 1 dot dot 4, when I knows how many number of rows are there in the table. Okay, now then you can write. But if you don't know, then we don't know means what do we want to do? Simply you can write a C1 because your data where it is in C1. Okay, C1 is nothing but what now? 1 dot dot 4. Starting value 1, ending value 4. Automatically take. Suppose your table is have 100 rows, then 1 dot dot 100. Okay, automatically will consider. Now for loop is okay. Then I want to say what? Loop started. So now dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of. Now you're careful observe. Here I'm using I because index variable I dot department number concatenation comma concatenation I dot department name concatenation comma concatenation I dot LOC. Now you are careful observe. So your data is there in the database. Now, when you executed first line, what happened? Cursor will created C1. So after that, so cursor memory create. Next begin, next while started. Yeah, careful observe. Execution started, then what happened? Your connection will open, this query executing on this data, transferring here. This is happening when for loop execution will be started. It is all done automatically by your Oracle. Then in C1, how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows are there. Okay. For loop will go to C1. C1, which one? First row fetching. First row fetching, the fetching data storing into I. the first row fetching index variable I, fetching into I, and that I will be print on the screen. Simple. So I is printed. First row is successfully printed. After what happened? After printed, again it will come back to where now? For loop. For loop, automatic increment by 1. Then 1 plus 1, 2. Then immediately your loop will go to second, fetching from C1, storing under I. Then I second row printed. Then after will come back here. 2 plus 1, 3. Your loop will go to cursor, third row fetching and storing under I, and third row fetching. Next, it will go to next what now? Increment. 3 plus 1, 4. Fourth row fetching and storing into I will be printed. After that, it will go to for loop. What happened? 4 plus 1. 5 is there? Not the loop is exit. Okay, simple. And what should I want to do? End loop. What next? End my begin block and execute. Okay, na? No open, no fetch, no close. Right down. Okay, completed. Mm. So these are the looping statements you can use like this. Okay, now right now. Write a cursor program to fetch the top 5 rows from EMP table. Okay, now. Mm. So coming back here to take your EMP table, for example, I have here 14 rows are there. So out of 14 rows, I need to fetch a top 5. Okay. So how to declare here? Declare the first cursor C1 is selected. Suppose I want to take employee name. Okay. And if you want to require salary, you can take this too. From which table? EMP. So here I'm not taking star. Star means what happened? All columns will come. As your choice, you can practice. So now here later after declaration, okay, the two corresponding variables work 2 of 5, 10 size and salary. It's a number of 8 comma 2 something. Okay. Then after what next? Begin. Now you can see. First I have to do open C1. So complete here. Which columns will come? All columns data will come into cursor or only these two columns? Only these two columns. That means how you return select query based on that only data will come and save into cursor. Not all. Understand? Na? Open. After open, let you start your simple loop. And can I start fetch now? Yes. I want to fetch from where? C1, storing into corresponding variables. Clear? So corresponding variables. Then simple loop means infinity loop. Then you must and should be do what? Exit. When I want to exit, sir, means your condition. C1 percentile, which attribute? Uh, row count, which will be greater than 5. When your row count is greater than 5, then it will be exit. If it is not greater than 5, then it will be print on the screen. Okay, na? So now I can say dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of what? ename concatenation comma concatenation v underscore sal. Okay. Then after I should what now? End loop. Next after close your C1. Next after end your begin statement. And now we can see the top 5 rows we fetched out. How to fetching here? Same. Already simple explanation. Na? First row count 1. 1 greater than 5. Condition. Hey. Condition false. Condition false. Condition false means loop exit. Yes, sir. See, program serious. And you're all are Java students. Java students means the programming skills are very high. I hope. I'm thinking like that. Okay, na? You are not a other people. You are already core Java logics. You know how to write. If else logics, you know how to write. Don't hurry, buddy. Okay, think condition check whether true or false. Check it out. Okay, na? So 1 greater than 5. Condition false. So exit, when it was exit, when condition true, exit. But here false, not exit. Not exit means that row printed. Yes, printed. Okay, fine, printed. Next loop will come. Fetch. Second time fetching. 2 greater than 5. False. Again will come. Second row printed. Next coming back. 3 greater than 5. False. Third row printed. Next 4 greater than 5. false. Fourth row printed. Next, 5 greater than 5, false. True. Fifth row printed. Next loop, 6 greater than 5, true. Now 6 greater than 5, condition true. Condition true means what? Exit outside. Okay, na? Right? No? Can you try one example? Hmm? Hmm. Okay. What is my requirement here? Write a cursor program to fetch fifth row. Fifth row from EMP table. Right down. Complete. Completed. Hmm? What is the logic? Logic, tell me. Huh? Fetch missing. Where is fetch? Fetch. Next. Not complete. Completed, huh? Boys, anybody? From girls? Tried, huh? C1 percentile row count is equals to 5. That's it, only condition, that's it, huh? Loop you can use. Okay, see here how you written your logics, check it out. So variables, they are same, I'm taking now. Okay, loop, fetch, after exit. C1 percentile row count is equals to 5. C1 percentile row count is equals to 5. Okay. Then next, print, print. Huh? Okay. Next, end loop. Next, huh? Next, How many people written like this? Raise hand. At least raise hand. One. And you also written like this. Two, two, three, four, five. Remaining people, you're not writing like this. Paila. If check. What happened? Four will come. First, second, third, four will come. Our question is only fifth row. A row count. 1 is equals to 5. Condition. False. Printed. 2 equals to 5. False. Printed. 3 equals to 5. False. Printed. 4 equals to 5. False. Printed. 5 equals to 5. True. Exit. Yes or no, yeah? Row counts. 1, 2, 3, 4 row counts. So what is you are writing what now? Your condition is what now? 1 equals to 5. Condition false. False means exit or not exit? Not exit. That's why first row printed. 2 is equals to 5. False. Second row printed. 3 is equals to 5. False. Third row. 4 equals to 5. False. Fourth row. 5 equals to 5. Condition 2. Condition 2 means what happened? Immediately loop exit. Understand now? So how to here what kind of changes I have to do? Or any other way? If condition. Come. Again, two conditions. Why are you writing here? One is checking. But wrong now. 2 times don't write. Okay. Hmm. Row count greater than 6, huh? One false. If you take 5, what happened? But we are asking our question 5 only now. If you are not printed means other logic is there. Check. Because you are asking fifth row. The condition you can take 6. How can you take 6? So if you do 5, what happened? Check. Okay. Listen, guys. These two people are almost 90% is correct. Small mistakes they did. Okay. Now you can see. So as usual, you have to declare these two. Open. Okay. Next what? Loop. Okay. Fetch. Okay. Here, first what you want to do, C1 percentile not found, first check. Suppose if your record, if it is not found, then loop exit. We know. Condition true, exit. If it is found, suppose your record is found, that found row value, check your condition. Now how to write condition? If C1 percentile what? Row count is equals to 5. Then suppose fetching row, if you fetching row, data found. So it is condition false, no exit. Founding row number how much? 1. First row 1, 1 equals to 5. False. False means printer, not printer. Not print. Condition. If condition true, then print. What is that? dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of v underscore ename. Concatenation, comma, concatenation, v underscore salary. Okay. If first condition false, don't print because I'm using what now? Simple if. Simple if having only true condition, no false condition. If you are fetching data, row suppose is there, then data found, so then it is not execute. Then coming to if C1% row count 1 is equals to 5. Condition false. False means a no statement. Same just like that, again looping. 2 equals to 5. No. 3 equals to 5. No. 4 equals to 5. No. 5 equals to 5. True. So true, then printed. Fifth value printed. After that, what you want to do? End if condition end. Then end your simple loop. Next. Close your C1. Next. End your begin statement to execute now. So fifth row, who is this? Martin. Fifth row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Martin. Okay, na? Martin, you got right? No? So same as we will be find here. Okay, right, next query. Example, write a cursor program to fetch even position rows from EMP table. Even position. What is the logic? X module 2 is equals to 0. Okay, na? But in our database, mod function is supported. Mod function is supported or not? Mod function is not supported. What should use? This is not supported, but we have one function. Did you remember? Which function? That you can use. Okay, na? So how to write now? Let you see even positions or odd positions, whatever it was, you can take now. This is EMP table. Even position means what now? Who will comes here? 2. Allen, Jones, Blake, Scott, Turner, James, Miller. Positions. That means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh? Huh? So now the same as simple logic. Logic only change. Everything I will take same as loop, fetching and checking. There or not there checking. Okay. After checking which condition? If what function? Mod C1 percentile what? Row count comma 2 is equals to 0. 0 means what? Even. 1 means odd number. Then dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of what should v underscore ename concatenation comma concatenation v underscore salary. So end if. What you are observed? For example, in your table 1 to 14 rows are there. First row fetching. Fetching means fetching data storing into variables. Checking this condition. Data found or not found? Found. Found means not exit. Coming back what? Coming back to if condition. If condition what now? Mode of C1 percentile row count. What is the row count? 1. 1 comma 2 is equals to 0. Condition false. No printed. No printed. Yes or no? Then again no printed. Again it will come back to fetch. Fetch will take what? Second row. Data found. Not exit. Condition. Mode of 2 comma 2 is equals to 0. True. Like 3 comma 2 false. 4 comma 2. 6 comma 2. 14 comma true. True. Again it will go to. Fetch will go to what? 15th row. 15th row there are? Not there. Not there means what happened? C1 percentile not found condition? True. True means immediate exit. Yes. Okay, na? So end if, then after what? End loop, then after close your C1, then after end your begin statement. And now execute. ln 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Right.